Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to episode 3. Today we're going to talk about what does a successful app look like and how can we validate assumptions with design strategies. So let's jump right into it. Guys, quick break before starting. Thank you for your support, for your comments, for your likes, for sharing the videos. I really appreciate it. If you have any feedback, if you have any insights, feel free to reach out to me so I can improve my content and give you more value. The more we interact, the better it's going to get. So don't be shy, okay? Stay tuned and let's get into it. So what does a successful app look like? How can I know if I'm succeeding with my project or not? And this success definition is a very relative definition because it's going to depend on where your brand and where your business is at a certain time before you enter into the project. For example, you can have a brand that is very well known but wants to create an action to monetize on all of that audience that they generate, then their app is going to be measured by how much money it makes, for example. Or you can also have a brand that creates a specific product that is awesome and delivers a lot of value to its client, but they're having some trouble and having some awareness. So you create an app or a digital strategy to help that brand awareness so they can sell more and more products. So the success and the KPIs are going to vary and are going to be defined by you. Now, how can we do that? Well, the first thing we can do is imagine a scenario where there's no resource problems. In that scenario, what does a successful app look like? So yeah, as you define success in that perfect world, trust me, I want to live there too, but let's get back into reality. So as you define that success, you can reverse engineer and create different phases and different milestones that are going to help you go from point A to point B. Now the difficulty is what lies in between, because you have a mix of variables here in the middle that go from what technology should I use, what type of applications should I create, am I going to sell the products or give them for free, what am I achieving? So this success and the KPIs that you are going to define are going to help you measure that success of that project, of your project. So the further you break it down, the further you can concentrate a complex problem into multiple ones and achieving them step by step. This is going to help you because it's going to allow you to measure how you evolve, to see if you're falling or not apart from that main goal. And of course, I'm not saying that this is going to be written in stone. No, at the contrary, this is a vision of where we want to go based on with assumptions that we have in our head. But based on the findings that we execute in the multiple phases, we can switch and maybe pivot to a new vertical or to a new road that is going to be less risky and more valuable for both my customer and my business, or for both your customer and your business. Now, this creating these steps is very complicated, no? So you can go and use different methodologies. One methodology that I really like is the Design Sprint by Jake Canap from Google Ventures. Him and his team created this process, this more like, let's say, recipe of workshops that you have to do in multiple times to attack one single big project in 5 days and come out with an actual prototype and with actual customer feedback based on their interaction with your prototype to actually validate if your assumptions are correct or not. So doing this 5-day process can help you minimize the risk of investment into the development of an MVP by creating a fake prototype without coding, without anything, just a facade, as they say, and interacting with 5 people. Now, you might think, wow, 5 people, that's nothing. You need much more insights from the market to actually understand if it's good or not. Well, you'll be surprised. In the book, they cite actually the Nielsen Group, which is a huge company that dedicates to market research. With just 5 interviews, you would be able to learn at least 85% of the major interaction problem that user is going to achieve, or it's going to interact with your prototype. And this is super valuable insight that you are going to take into account before developing. So in the process of the design sprint, we can talk in a further video and explain it in detail. What we need to know is that there are different types of design strategies that we can implement in order to minimize the risk of our investment before we even start producing or developing the app itself. Okay? So just to summarize, what is important when we want to create an app? The first thing is to define how that successful scenario looks like for you and your business. Then define what is the type of value that you want to transmit to your client. And then based on that picture, reverse engineer how you can get there. Once you have that path, you can apply design sprints or design thinking methodologies to minimize the risk and validate assumptions that you and your team might have before entering into production. So again, guys, if you want me to talk more about design sprint and what workshops we can take into account, drop me a comment and let me know so I can prepare more videos based on this content. And also, if you want to learn more, I'm going to put a link to the book and to the YouTube explanation of what this is so you can have a better understanding of what it is. And again, if you have any additional comments or feedback, feel free to reach out. I hope this was useful for you. I hope this was valuable. And stay tuned for the future videos. Thanks again. Bye bye, guys, and take care.